Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to run through a bunch of charts here. But first, if you're not already a member, go ahead and visit the home page of the Trading Analyst and you can start your 100% free 7-day trial today. All you need to do to get all of these features is enter in your name and email address and you get instant access. There's no payment information required. All the member benefits you'll be getting are the trade alerts, market education, daily precise watch lists, live market analysis with screen share and audio during certain parts of the day, as well as the professional, open, and honest and welcoming chat room. It's a great opportunity, and I suggest that you take advantage of it. All right, so let's get to these charts here. First is Apple. Just want to reiterate, I liked Apple for a short on a retest of that downtrend line. Here you go. It's just a straight line. And that's all you have to do in order to make money in the market. Okay? Pretty simple. All right, so moving forward with Apple, as I mentioned in my previous video, I did like Apple for at least a temporary bounce off of this support down here between 93 and 94. Okay, that's exactly what we got. We got a nice hammer down here at the support down here, and you can use Friday's low of day as a stop, 92.50. I believe that we're going to come up here and fill this gap potentially sometime soon. Okay. So look for that gap fill in the somewhat near future. I'm not going to get there overnight. Just like it kind of hung around down at 93 down here for about 2 months right here before bouncing. Okay, so not going to happen overnight. Could it? You know, yeah, definitely. But again, I like it for a temporary bounce. We've got a lot of support. As you can see from all these candles, that would be good enough. We have a bounce off of it over here as well in August of 2015, and then over here as well in the summer of 2014. So there's a key level down here for Apple. All right. Longer term, I believe this level is going to be broken. Shorter term, I believe we are going to bounce from this level and get a gap fill up there. All right, next I'm going to cover Amazon. Amazon came up here, and notice how the earnings reaction, it did not gap it up above the all-time highs, okay? So while a gap up is quite bullish, okay, so even though it closed red, you know, we can still consider this bullish, okay, because it gapped up above this resistance, above this resistance, above these lows, okay? So, but we did not break these highs yet, okay? So about 682, and we had this gap to fill up here about 680, and we pretty much just filled that. You know, we were about $1 short of that, and to me, that's good enough on a almost $700 stop, okay? So, moving forward, though, what is Amazon going to do? Well, we can potentially come back down here. We've got support at 637 from these highs over here, this high over here, and it was these lows over here. So 637 approximately, that's going to be support. Resistance is going to be about 682. Personally, I don't really have any interest in trading Amazon at this current point. What you can do is use the high of high of Friday as a level to get long if it breaks it, and you can use the low of Friday as a level to get short if it breaks that level. But just be aware that if that low breaks, it can come down here, test this support right here, and then bounce again. Okay, I'm not making any predictions. I'm just saying you got to be aware of these levels, okay? Just because it breaks the lows doesn't mean it's going to keep heading down from there. So I really want to see some more candles, some more price action to really get a better feel for where Amazon is going to be heading from here. Okay. Next, I'm going to be covering Tesla. I've been mentioning on our daily webinars for our members that I think that Tesla is going to be heading down. These past couple of days have given me a sign that Tesla is going to be heading down. We have this downtrend line to work on, and we have this box that Tesla has been trading in. Top of the box 257, low of the box 244, and we finally broke outside of that box. Some early signals. We had the MACD, which was screaming down the whole time, and we're gaining even more momentum. The red line is the MACD line. The blue line is the signal line. So we're below the signal line. Also, we've got RSI, which is the green line right here, which broke below 50. We're at 48.23, so it broke below the 50 level on the RSI. And we're working on a squeeze here. This is a box break, okay? It's one of my favorite setups. We're in a box. We're trading in a box. For about almost 1 month, we've been trading in a box right here. Very, very tight range. And then we broke out of it with Friday's candle right here. And notice what we also got. We got a volume pop as well, okay? The most volume that we've had in the last 2 weeks, okay? Last volume pop was over here, and we almost got that same amount of volume today. So I believe that Tesla is going to be heading down from here. I know we have earnings coming up pretty soon, so just be aware of that. Next, I'm going to cover Netflix. Netflix, like I've been mentioning, we've been profiting in the chat room on Netflix short. Ever since it broke this support, we had support from this day, this day, this day, and this day. We broke that with this candle right there. That was the signal to go short. And our target was going to be that 88 level. I mentioned that in my public videos as well. So congrats if you took that trade. And again, we bounced from that level. Like I mentioned, we would probably get at least a temporary bounce from about this 88 level because of these candles right here, the lows of these candles, and then the highs of these candles. We're going to make that level of support. So look for either a break of this support, or potentially if we can close, if we can break over Friday's highs, I believe that we can come up here and retest that 94 level of resistance. Okay, remember it's still resistance, so most likely going to get rejected. But again, this is a nice $4. That's about a 6% move, 5 to 6% move right there between if we break these highs and then tag that 94. So some great short-term opportunities here. We've got this downtrend line. You can draw it on your own chart and make some trades accordingly. Next, I'm going to cover GoPro. GoPro, we've got a support break right here from the low of this candle, the close of this candle, the open of this candle right here, the low of this candle, and then we broke below that right here. We've got the lowest close that we've had since right down here, okay? I'm sorry, since this candle right here. It's the lowest close that we've had in a while, and we broke below this support right here. Would not be surprised to see GoPro retest this support at 1165 approximately. Now scrolling back here, you can see that this level down here about 1150, 1160, there's a lot of support because we've got, I can count maybe 20 candles in this range that had this level as a support. So should see at least a temporary bounce from this level if we end up breaking down to get that level, which I do think we will, because we did break this support right here. Okay. Next, I'm going to cover Twitter. Twitter, we should not be surprised that Twitter is heading lower. They really got to surprise investors here on earnings and surprise them with some profit. And so far they have not done that. And most importantly, the chart is in a downtrend. Okay, and as I've been mentioning plenty of times, that this could be part of a larger, very large bear flag right here. And what do you know? That's what it ended up being. We broke out of it right here, and we broke down. We've got support down here at about $14. We should see at least a temporary bounce from that 14 level. We've got a gap up here. It may want to fill, but again, remember, any pops should be sold. So if we end up coming up here to 17 after we bounce from 14, I believe that will be a shorting opportunity. So I like it potentially for a bounce if we can come down here. I'm not really interested in it down here, but down here near 14, and then you can use a tight stop of just below 14, and that'll be a really good risk-reward trade right there that you can take part in. Next, I'm going to cover Chipotle. Chipotle right here. Now, this is a great example of why it's always good to leave your trend lines drawn on the chart, even if it breaks over it before. Okay, you got to keep this your lines drawn because stocks like to follow these angles. Okay, so on the downside, it was following this angle. Okay, and trading up against it all the way down. We've got 15 touches along that angle right there. Okay, so surprise, surprise, when we came down here, we bounced from that retest of that trend line right here. Now, this does not mean that Chipotle is going to be heading higher. Okay, it just means that we got a little touch here because notice, sorry, I'll scroll out a little bit. Notice the trend line is trending down, so we can still test it, $20 lower and still get a bounce. So keep it drawn. And as far as short term, we can use the lows right here of about 415. So a break of about 415.40, a break of that, and we're going to head lower. If we can break the highs over here, 425, and we can head higher. We're going to have resistance at about 431. We can break 431. We're going to come up here and retag that 440 level. Now, 440 level, if we come up to that 440 level on Chipotle, I believe that'll be a great shorting opportunity. We've got lots of resistance. As you can see, it was a big support level. We've got lots of candles. I count maybe 25 candles that use that level as a support. So now that we're on the bottom side of that level is going to be big resistance. All right, guys, thank you for stopping by. As always, again, if you're not already a member, go ahead and visit the homepage. Enter in your name and email address. No payment information is required, and you get 100% free 7-day trial, instant access to all of these member features, alerts, education, watch lists, live screen share and audio, and a great professional, open, and honest chat room. We'd love to see you there. See you around.